All right. So where do we leave off? All right. So we're gonna, for the remaining of the day, we're gonna implement our account setting structure, and basically just parse it out so we can send it out to our endpoints and digest it and handle it and store it in the database accordingly to whoever is updating it. We already have access control set up in the backend. We just have to connect it to all the necessary components, and we should be good. We should be able to prevent anyone trying to hijack the session and trying to save as someone else. I have like security measures in place for that, which is perfect. But now we're just doing like really simple stuff right now. We're just building out the structure, making sure that we're capturing the data that we're capturing, making sure the fields that need to be required are required, and so on and so forth. We probably also want to implement some additional logic which will detect whether or not these fields have been populated or not. Because if they haven't populated this, we don't really want these to be required. But if they do have something in here, we want them to be required when they pass it. So we just have to take account of that scenario. And I believe I implemented a new way of displaying the error messages. I kind of like this a little better. It shows up upon focus, which is pretty cool. Perfect. Yeah. So let's get this started. I wonder if there's a way to put the bottom of the file in the middle of the screen. That would be really useful, actually. So we're dealing with... Actually, before I do this, let me go back here to our settings. I do want to add an additional field, which will be email. We should probably make this 48 as well. Okay. And then let's add another field. Right. And this will be just name. There we go. business name, business website. Let's make sure the order is properly set. So we have name, we have website. This will be for. I should probably add a prefix to these IDs. Yeah, let me add a prefix to these guys. Alright, we'll use this for now. And that should be good. Confirm password. Kind of tempted of creating another type for these four guys called notification and just house them all within that group. I may actually do that, to be frank. That's strange. Whatever. Wrong way. All right, that's good. So now we have that. We should actually wrap these in options. I actually want to learn something. Let's see. Vim, bind and replace. So I could do search for yeah. We'll just do this manually.
Don't be wasting time, I wanna see your smile. Hey, you wanna go with me? I'll be your fantasy, let's do this secretly. And if you stay tonight, yeah, if I do alright, you might be coming back for more. And if you're coming back, we must be on the right track, and I'm stepping up for sure. If it's alright with you, I'll book a table for two at this fancy restaurant. And if you still want me, I'll make sure to be the best you ever had. If I was your man, I'd be the best you ever had. If I was your man, I'd be the best you ever saw, the best you ever had. And we would be as happy as can be. Oh, and I will give you all that you need. If I was your man, I'd be the best you ever had. Yeah, I'd be the best there ever was. If I was your man.
So what we need to do, we'll comment this guy out for now because we're gonna have to add that after we construct our object. So let's see, let's settings equals Sarday, right? Would it be from value? I think it is. From value, data. Yeah. Right. Okay, so we technically have our object here. Actually, all right, let's start the accounts. Settings. I'm just gonna say account notifications. Sort A, JSON. Notifications. Go. I can see like that. This has to be counts, notifications. I'm wondering if I should do this. The only ones I'm not really sure of is notifications. Because these checkbox work a little differently. They only appear within the object if I checkmark them. So if they're not present, then it's none, which is exactly what I want. Well, they'll be there, but they'll just have a value of none. I think that's fair. Sun Rapid, F it. The Sun Rapid. And then we have account settings, which could go here. Actually, so results, run wrap. Yeah, no, I'm still gonna have to do this. Notifications. And then we say account notifications. And then we return. Well, account settings would be what we need to return. All right, let's see what this object returns. All right, let's try this out. Something was in lights. Oh, does implement debug, obviously. Right. Let's go here. We should also implement deserialization, derive. Serialize as I'm just being stubborn. I don't want to serialize into a string just yet. Oh, duh. Expected sorted value. Oh, gotcha. From string string. I feel like I'm doing too many steps. I feel like there's a faster approach to this. Even though this will still accomplish what I needed to accomplish, I just don't think it's practical. We'll just do new submission and billing. Okay. So we got our name, our email address. Our email address didn't get passed. Oh, it's probably set as email. That's probably why. Business name got in. Website got in. Notification. I did get billing and I did get new submission. All the other options are none. Perfect. So it worked, to say the least. So that's good. So we'll go ahead and do that. Delete that. All right, cool. So now we need to digest that. So we need to hook into the on-change events for our password field. We need to check whether or not there's an error or not. We should create a generic on-change events on form change, which will be valid. I think it's validator rules. No, I don't think so. Let's let it scream at us to actually get the right type, but this will be message. We won't pass anything, we'll just call it directly on form change. Yeah, there we go. Looking for a vector of what? Field validators, that's what I'm looking for. Copy and paste that. Just make sure we have that in here. Import that. Cool. And that should be good. And now we should be able to see whether or not we have an error, and these event triggers should happen on keychains, so we should be able to trigger an error immediately after someone edits it. So now we have to add some sort of logic here to append to some global error state, which will allow us to determine whether or not we could submit or not. Let's add a log here. Copy this guy. Oh shit, I forgot to change my my day on my title. All right, let's try this out. There we go. We got our error. Perfect. And we kind of already have this logic in place to check for errors. We're currently storing it within our marketing website. We just copy and paste that. It's going to be the same. Right here. Yeah, we just need to update the states. We don't really care whether we hydrate or not, hydrate the view or not, so that's totally fine. But we do need to create our error object, and just to be sure I'm building it right, let's check that here. Cool. All right, that works for me. We do have to instantiate it on creation. So we'll just put this guy within our context right here. I feel like every day my tabbing changes. Still one more error. Oh. Yep, that makes sense. Let's put it up here. Sir, I'm gonna borrow that here, actually. Actually, what I really care about is I want to see if the object is valid. What are you talking about? I did create it. I see it right there. I am instantiating it right here. Oh, it's with the S. Duh. It's always the small things, I swear. And I mute. Yeah, it is mutatable. Available fields. Cool. All right. So now we 1, 2, 3, 4 exclamation point. Perfect. Perfect. Our validator is empty. So essentially we have to check whether or not that error object is empty. Rather than having to parse all this information or build this object, I'd rather check it up front before considering doing all this. Is empty, and then we'll just add a falsie, and that should be good to go. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. All right, another thing we could do is we could disable this button. Where's the button? We could create a I don't think I want it to be public. I don't think it matters at this point. Has changed. We'll just set bool. And this will be defaulted to false. Right. And then what we could do is HTML input. I wonder if it's disable or disabled with the ED. Disabled, I always forget. That's with the ED. Alright. Goes self has changed. So it should be false at this moment. Right. And then we could create a special style which will gray it out. We'll make it gray. And then upon change, then we will make the button clickable. And we're gonna keep it simple. You know, it's not gonna check state or whether it matches like the previous values. I'm just gonna keep it straight. If they make an adjustment, that button becomes active. So we're gonna do self has changed equals true. Perfect. All right. So right now I could click on it. I don't know if it's disabled. I don't see it disabled. Yeah, it's being triggered for sure. I wonder if it needs a value or if it just needs to be added to the HTML. Or if it I wonder if it's like Boolean or, yeah, no. Well, it says it's a Boolean attribute. Oh, but I'm not hydrating the state. So it's not gonna, okay. So I have to hydrate the state regardless. Fair enough. For true, I have to do a return, an explicit return. All right. Uh-oh. Oh, there's definitely a new error for sure. Alright, so what is it? Closure invoked recursively or destroyed already. Is it the way I'm calling it? Should I really vac field validator? Does it really matter how I do it? Let's try. Alright, so I must be triggering it again right after the fact. On change, we set true. Yeah, there's something going on with the form itself. I know I am doing some magic within the form builder on that on change events. You see, we're building this guy right here. We're emitting upwards to the callback that we're passing this function. And I think it's coming from this guy. Yeah. On change happens here. We hydrate our form. So that's how we're updating our view. Yeah, that's a shame. Was my closure? It's within my crate, so I'm only really creating it once. Yeah, that's a shame. Hold on. How am I doing it here? We're doing the same thing. So we're doing on change here. Yeah, I'm not hydrating here. I think this is an issue that I ran into. And since I was hydrating the form itself or the inner child, it didn't really matter at that time. Just for shits and giggles, let's see if we could do this. Am I instantiating? Nope. So we'll have to do it here. Link. Send message. Be message. Nothing. Right, we'll do that. Just want to see if I escape the current scope, if it would matter. I'm sick and tired of seeing that error too, so I'm just gonna remove it. Dashboard. Search. Oh, this is in sidebar. Components, sidebar. Wonder if this is another, if this will happen if I implement on change on another section. So we'll do it for company info. Switch up the vibes. closure invoked recursively or okay, invoked recursively or destroyed already. Okay, so let's go up and let's add a validator here. Let's just say, let's just add something here. Let's I mean, it worked for this guy. So I think the issue is I mean, that's fine. I think the issue here is the validator. I think I'm destroying. Yeah, you see? Once I have a validator in there, something gets triggered. I am returning true prematurely, so I don't have to rerun my validator code. So that could possibly be it.
I just wanna make you mine. Mine. I just wanna make you mine. Mine. I just wanna make you mine. Mine. I just wanna make you mine. I just wanna make you. I just wanna make you. I just wanna make you.
Yeah, that's exactly it. All right, so let's see our validator code. So I'm returning it prematurely. So let me try this. Or it's not getting to this code right here because I'm killing it before it gets there. So now this error should occur on all the fields. Yep. regardless. All right, cool. So I'm doing something here that destroys the object. All right, so I'm grabbing the input. I'm querying the parents error list. We're pushing, and then we're emitting the CB. All right, so the CB is field value, which is this guy right here. And this provides me a focus event on blur. On blur. I'm cloning it. Field. Why am I cloning it? That feels like what's happening. We have our elements. I shouldn't have to unwrap this anymore. Right? This shouldn't happen. Alright, cool. So I think that's the issue right there. We're cloning our field object, and then we're cloning the events. And technically, if we clone it, it's not the same object, right? No, it's still happening. Frick. Wish I could see where that's happening. What's happening first, the error or this? So it happens before and after. We're cloning our callback here. Yeah, no. Let it breathe.
Something else, I agree, but that's where you belong. No point bending backwards for me, I'm just shifting along. There's no use holding on. If you love it, you set it free. Just let it go, move
Alone.
That's how it's got to be. Breaking slowly for a while. Breaking is easy. Take your time, don't know what you're saying on the line. Make it right. I'll be lonely for a while, but believe me, I'll be fine. Happens all in good time. Happens all in good time. Oh, you win some, you lose some, fall down, you get up. No matter what you do, remember all in good time.
Alright, so regardless of whether we're
Oh, the wind will change, the storm will calm down. You win some, lose some, all in good time.
it's definitely an issue I need to resolve. Alright, for now, we're gonna externate that.
We just lay it on the line. I'll be lonely for a while, but believe me, I'll be fine. Happens all in good
Yeah, we're gonna externate that for now. It's definitely something I have to look into. I'm gonna add a bug tag here. Closure. Called recursor. Or I don't know if that's right. Recursively. Recursively or destroyed. When we hydrate. Alright, so for now, we won't check then, but alright, cool. So we have this situated. If errors is empty, we want to trigger our logic. right, there we go. We're all good. Cool. All right, so the next step is to actually build this backend object. Go. That should be fine. Keep dropping frames. All right, so we got that. Actually, what we'll do is we'll just add an eye to the front of it. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll just go ahead and copy this guy. Okay. And then this will just be I accounts settings, right? We don't need this. For now, we're just gonna see if we get this data the way we need it. And that's it. This will be our entry point. All right. Oh, that's not what I want. I don't want marketing. I want front-end services, which I don't have accounts, unfortunately. Sure. All right. We'll just feedback service, account service on this will be oh, there. There we go. All right, so we're gonna be okay. Settings. It is expecting a string, right? So might as well. Right. To string. Settings. Unwrap. Right, we have our body. We're outputting our body, and then we won't do nothing after the fact. Or you want us to go like that? Sure. All right, so now we go here. Yeah, we should be getting our objects. I mean, I'm gonna have to subscribe to it regardless. So let's do that. Where would I do that? Sure. Okay. Am I not importing it properly? I think I'm not adding a public. Yeah. All right. Sure. Yeah, this is gonna be accounts, service, sure. I think I'm also gonna need dispatched. Dispatched, there we go. And then we're just gonna Looks like I'm dropping frames. It's not cool. Alright, I think. I feel like we're missing one more thing, which is in our count settings. Really? The trade balance service is not satisfied. The following other types implement U agents. Oh, I see. DB account. There we go. Sure. All right, cool. So that's situated. So what we need to do is on update settings. Right. Oh, that's not what I want. We want to pass count settings. Right. And then message. No. It's on update settings. And we'll just do self.update count settings, and we'll pass settings like that. And that should be sufficient enough. We have an error. Oh, expecting me to do account requests. That's not right. Oh no, that is right. All right. So 227. 7. Yeah, I need to create account service messenger. Service, I'm gonna remove that. We'll just add it here. I need a context. Right now I'm sending a string. Struct accounts service context or output, whatever. Public data t, and then we'll have pub context, then we'll do pub and Neovim, counts. Yeah, I want to use context here, and I want to use we'll just use output. And then this will be I wonder if the generic is gonna mess things up. I have a feeling it will. Alright, so we're gonna send it back. Alright, so for right now, we're not sending anything. We'll leave it as this. We're gonna test the submission and we're gonna see what we get back. But we have 227 still being a pain. And right now it's just a string, so let me actually enter that. That's what the output will be. That's what the output will be. Still an error? Yep. Bridge. Let's make sure that this is a post. It is a post. Let's actually make a get. Get. looks good to me. And then we'll just do the same thing here. But this will be db gets, and then we'll just remove the response body because it's just a gets, and we're validating the user by their, what are you talking about? That, yeah, that makes sense. For now, we'll just make you a string, and that should be good to go. Cool. All right, so now let's test this out. We should be able to send a post to our update account setting method within our backend and just resend the data we sent it, just as a test case. I do have to implement some validation here just to make sure that's handled properly. This won't send because the error on the bottom, so let's give it a valid, right? And then submit. There we go. We should have communicated with our backend. Oh, I haven't made that connection yet. Let's mark this file. All right. So with that said, on submit, we're gonna self.as this send, and then account requests, and this will be on setting change, and then we're just going to pass our account settings. And that should be good to go. Now that should trigger our backend call post. There we go. We got an error. What's the error? Unauthorized. And that may be valid because it might be using a public scope, which could be easily resolved by just setting my private scope. There we go. Okay, we are passing our object, method not allowed. So I'm probably not providing all the options. Yeah, that may be an issue. I recall it being an issue. We're using options, so the value could be null. But hold on, let me see this real quick. Info settings.
Took me for granted. Don't recognize you anymore.
76. Oh, well, that makes sense. I mean, I'm still populating the objects. Marketing is none. Everything is being populated. Let me see.
Don't take me for granted, 'cause I don't recognize you anymore. Once sweet and caring, now cold and calculated. You can't be trusted. You want the world for your own. You want maximum profit. I can't afford to stay, so get out of my way. Smoking down the track, I never looking back. You can't be with me anymore. You can't be with me. Once I will let you in my I can't afford to stay, so get out of my way. Smoking down the track and never looking back. You can't be with me anymore. You can't be with me. Yeah. Once I will let you in, but now I let you go.
So it is populating with Newell. We're getting values. It's just saying method not allowed, and it has to do with it is a post. It has to do with the JSON object I'm sending it. My payload. It has to. Business name, business website, email name, password, billing, marketing, new submissions. Update accounts. I really don't think it likes options. Let me do a quick little search. Tactics. What are we using? Web, JSON. And options. String. All right, let's do this. Let's change our accounts model So it's not this. To get used to that Vim motion. Also have to do it for this guy. I think I'm using this account setting right here for my database serialization. Yeah, it's the same thing. Account settings, update. This is a post. In our service, we're doing a post here. We're passing the objects. Another thing I could do to test my theory is we could do JS value. This is just value? Yeah. Value. Well, that's it right there. So our preview. Oh, this is a different era though. Oh.
So pretty on the outside, got the eyes of an innocent one.
Yeah, I have to change that.
Never tell at the first glance, they'll never save the lessons for you. Hey, don't call me up, I know you know what you did, so I'm turning the radio up. Don't wanna hear it's too late for apologize. Lately I've realized that what goes around comes back around. Hey, hey. What goes around comes back around. Ay, ay. What goes around comes back around. What goes around comes back around.
Okay, email is being populated. Let's do this. Let's. Where are we? Request gets. Yes. We'll do this. We'll go here. Is that where we want to go? Yeah. We'll do that. We'll send account settings. Okay. Name, email, business name. And really all this should be a string. All right. Something else going on here. For sure, something else going on here. Because our payload is name, email, business name, business website, password, and confirm password. I don't know, that's pretty strange. Account settings. Maybe, just maybe I have to put this at the end. This doesn't make sense. Well, I gotta call it. All right, so we're gonna leave it off here. We basically made it to the back end. We're essentially trying to ingest the data and then save it in our database or update it on our database. But I have to figure out why it's not detecting my JSON body. The payload is exactly the same. And I know this error has to do with malformed request data. So maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not seeing something right now because I've been doing this for a while, but we'll see. We'll touch base on this tomorrow and situate it. It was a pleasure. Hope everyone enjoyed. I will be back on tomorrow at around 5-ish or 6-ish, depending on what time I finish up with what I'm doing. But yeah, catch you guys tomorrow. Deuces.